I'm Marcus White from Hydro Consulting Engineers. I'm a hydrologist, hydrological engineer, and I specialise in taking water out of the ground to places where it needs to be, and specifically here at Great Linford Manor Park, to develop all the ponds into the way that they were originally intended to be and have failed over a number of years. We have two particular kinds of bedrock which we're interested in. We have clay underneath. Clay is bedrock, and on top of that we've got the limestone. This represents different geological periods, different environments, etc. The limestone, which sits on top of the clay, is very heavily fractured, and you can see it comes in these plates, these strata. What we've got here is because we're on an outcrop, and it's the extent of the limestone, it's broken up a bit more, and because the water which seeps through the fractured limestone hits the clay, it then finds its way through these fissures, as you can see here. Now it can come out of any one of these fissures, or it can come out of all of them at the same time, and it just moves. So the whole of this area in effect is the Hine spring. But what we want to do is we want to take this water, and instead of it seeping where we don't want it particularly to seep, we want to encourage it to go through the particular one place, the Hine spring, which we've defined. What we're keen not to do is to move any of this, because this is in situ, it's been here for millions of years, and the water that's flowing through here is natural. But this elevation of the water is too low. Previously, when the Hine spring was developed, originally as part of the development of this water garden, water was coming out over there, and all of these fissures were more or less blocked. Some of them would have been seeping, and some of them would have been blocked up, so that the water would have come out exactly where we knew it was going to come out, at the Hine spring. Whereas at the moment we've cleaned this area out in order to identify where it might be seeping, because the volume of water that's come out of the Hine spring over the last few decades is really diminished. So we're trying to recreate those blockages within the fissures, and this will cause the water to rise up, and we'll guide it round there towards the spring in its natural form, and it will come out at the Hine spring. This is the site of the Hine spring as we've all known it for decades. The water in the past, in the recent past, because of the failure of some of these fissures, and it's been seeping out, you know, in places where the original designer didn't want it coming to, the water level had dropped down and down and down until it was coming about here, and this is the site of that old Hine spring chamber. Now what we're looking to do is, this green line here is will be a limestone wall concentric with the round pond, and the water, as we discussed a short while ago, will be lifted up behind this wall to a level just above this red line here. That red line is at 69.30 metres. The round pond water level is down here at 69.1. We're going to lift this water level up, and it's going to come through a spout and drop out into a semicircular basin. So there'll be a depth of water, and you'll hear the noise of the water. It will spill into here and then run off underground into the round pond. As part of the works that's necessary to do for the Hine spring development, we needed to expose the bedrock, find out exactly what was happening with the hydrology below ground, and that meant exposing all of this bedrock here. It may have been exposed before as part of the original design, we don't know. Certainly perhaps some of it would, but we've taken the opportunity to expose it so we can guide it, do the works we need to do to it, and then we'll have to cover it all up again. So this is going to be the last time that anyone sees this for perhaps hundreds of years. So it's great to see it. This project is going to be absolutely fantastic when it's finished. It's nice to see the workers on the ground actually digging the holes. It can be a bit of a mess at times. You've got to break an egg to make an omelette. And this is where we are. We're started on the project. We're developing this area now. Every bit's going to be done right. The round pond will feed over nicely into the canal pond, and there'll be a lovely walkway over as the water tumbles underneath the canal and into the cascade pond. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, it really will.